Hello, good evening, everyone. Well, today a portrait of somebody who I'm doing a demo tomorrow, which is the 26th. It's tomorrow I'm doing this demo of the newsreader, very well-known newsreader George Alagiah. So I'll do a sketch also for you, and also he's giving me a little bit of practice. Head first. That's his lower face, mouth here, and eye. And that's a shadow all around this side. I think the mouth goes a bit more towards this way. So I'm throwing. It's a bit like an essay. I'm just throwing ideas at the moment. Left, right, center, wherever it might stick. None of them might stick on the final image, or very little, for that matter. And then giving it a little bit more forehead, a bit more rounded. And this in shadow here. Sorry for the movement of the camera because it's connected to the easel. So I'm holding it so it just doesn't move that far or that much. And there you are with a shadow here. Shadow shape. So this area, all this area is in the shadow. And then you have that area, or this side, which is the background. Then you have here, that's the mouth coming this way, yeah, there. He's got some moustache. This is one of his pictures, which is fully beard. So let's get the beard here, then get the work on the mouth. Some artists say that the mouth is the most difficult thing. Some others say the eyes are the most difficult thing. And some others say the nose is the most difficult thing. Well, I would say each and everyone's got his own difficulty, so I don't have any particular issue with any feature. They're all difficult if you want to look at it this way, and they're all the same at the same time. Or they've got the same difficulty. His eyebrow here. That's his nostril. Don't want him to look too angry. Actually, it's one of these pictures which is he's quite it's almost smiling. He's got a smile there. His eyebrow here. Eyebrow goes right, so the eyebrow goes right at the so that eyebrow, if you go horizontally, it goes to the eyelid of the other eye. There. That eyebrow, as I said, goes to the eyelid of the other eye. Don't want him to do it to make him too. That looks a bit scary, that eye, so it's just done it a little bit darker. And then I've gone with a line, and that's the ear. Then you have it down here, you have ear there. And then you have forehead. And then you have again coming around here. And looking a little bit, again, making some darks around here and there. That's his cast shadow of the nose. then the eye moves right down here. And then, what did I say earlier on? That goes. Yeah, this eyebrow goes right here. This eyebrow goes around here. Let me lock the door here now, because you've got Ruth talking. And when it's Ruth talking, you can hear it all around the house. I get the eye, the angle of the eye. Eyelid. Then you have mouth. That's his yeah. Obviously he's bearded in this picture. He's got a beard, full beard. And let's see his shirt here. And his eye, sorry, the ear all around here. And then you have the forehead, and let's get his nose. I'm being very expressive on this portrait. I think it's a really quiet image, but I'm being a little bit fiery with that here. Trying to make a bit more of an expressive, let's say, portrait. As I said, this will be my demo for tomorrow. Waltham Group is called, art group. So we'll see how that will go. Hopefully okay. Okay, now that's the shadow of his beard here. Now that's all this area is in the shadow here, all this area here. And then you have the moustache. Because I said he's almost smiling here. And then you have again highlight here, and then a little bit of light. Highlight here on the above the eye. Then you have the white of the eye. I've always said it's not actually white. It's got almost. It's like a skin tone most of the time, but because it's been, on a studio, if you see that white of the eye during the day, you will see that it's not actually white. But because it's in the studio, it makes the impression of white. It's reflected light, actually. And eyebrow. Don't want to get my hand in front of you so you can see a little bit more. No, cannot escape that. Try the other side. Yes, that's a bit better. Get the line ready, get the line on this side here. And then get the forehead and the head. The roundness of his head. And then his neck, coming right down here. And then you have forehead, background, quite dark. And then slowly starting being a little bit more precise. So, as I said, throwing ideas, wild ideas, left, right, and center, and then now getting them, making them work for you. A little bit underneath the eye. Then light cheek, light a little bit on the cheek here. Here I would say that's, as I said, that's beard, he's got beard here. And then you have something here. Right, and the shad, just getting the shad going here. And then lines, get that going, get this shad going as well here. That's quite light here because it's a drapery, so that's really clear light, but not on the, you don't have that light on the flesh. And the other thing is that I think the nose is a bit longer, more stretched down here. That's it. That's a better solution here. That's the nose. Shape the shadow of the nose, cast shadow on the head, on the cheek, sorry. Upper lip, lower lip. Some light here, which is basically his beard. Get some white hair coming through. That's darker than that, and also it's definitely darker than that here. So more dense hair on this side. I said the ear, the end of the ear is the top of the there. That's the end, and the top of the ear is there. I could, yes, and I will darken the background more than the hair. So like this I can move in the page. So by doing that I can actually make sure that we have the background which is coming towards us. Background and then foreground. Now, what's the solution here? The solution around here is making that area darker, 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 darker. That's his hair. And that's his beard. And this is his hair. And here, that's actually part of the background is so very vague there, you don't actually see it. And give him a color like this, and so that I could go now and clarify a bit more with my putty what's going on here. And then a little bit lighter here, top lip, bottom lip, light as well. And get the bearded, the white hair. And the cheek quite light here, which is connected with the light of the nose. The light of the nose connects with the cheek here. There. A little bit of bag under the eye, white of the eye here, and then another thing I could do here, get that light, and also forehead. Forehead, it's quite light here. There we are. And connect with the light on this side, which you have the projector coming through. You have a light coming through this side, light at the front, which is the projector, projecting the face, lighting up the face, or lightening up the face. And a little bit more of on the eye, this. And take it in a little bit darker here. Darker. Dark. Dark. I'm trying to emulate the bearded of, his beard. Here. And fully grown beard, less light here, especially in between the lip. And then, as I said here, around here, you have again grey hair, and the neck, getting lighter with the neck here. Maybe give him a little bit more of a skin tone here. There. Or wrinkles here. And some highlights of his beard here. A little bit more light here. And then also his bearded, light, well, the grey hair on the beard as well. As I say, he's slightly smiling on this picture. He's giving a happy face here. His neck, actually he's, yes, a highlight from this side on his neck. And you have his shirt, pink shirt. We're not concerned about the pinky, obviously, because you don't see the pink into black and white anyway, but just saying. Highlight. There we are. And then here we are. A bit of the highlight here. And lower lip with light, tiny shiny here on the upper lip. And maybe giving the eye a little bit more of a shape, of a form here. Because it looks like this is a bit in limbo here. I don't know what is going on here. His eyelid, eyebrow. And this accentuate the eyelid a bit more. Give a little bit of back under the eye. There we are. And also forehead. And head itself, yes, rounded. Okay, we're getting there. I think that's a little bit too big here, or too large, or too alien-y. So get that a little bit more trimmed here. A bit more skin tone here. That's it. Highlight the nostril a bit more. Spirited here, and then that goes way out there. That's it. Again, he looks a bit too large, this area here. It's a bit alien here, it's too much head. And then get these lines within here. Bit more highlight, maybe not more highlight there, a bit more. That line goes straight down. There's a line coming through this line here. This line is very, very straight up on the picture itself. I've got Milo here close to me. That's why you hear those. Breathing deeply here. And then the background. Okay. Sorry, that's my lights, my dog. Okay. Then you have a bit of the background becomes part of the face. Is a tonal value. Part of the face, a tonal value. And now this highlight here. Break that spell here, that line. It's not a good line there. Just get it off. Because that light connects with this. So it was not going well, so I had to get that off. And going back and forth with the light. Lighter, but a lot lighter. Is in the shine coming through of, you know, the camera or the flash, which is flashing the face. Highlight here again. A bit more. That highlight of the nose, you could argue that becomes part of the highlight of the cheek as well. Look here. And also a little bit down here. Also a little bit here. And a tiny bit on the back under the eye here. Lighter. And then sculpting a little bit again the back under the eye, making a bit more sculpturally here. And clearing up those lines again. Brighten it up. Brighten up that, brighten up this one. Okay. And a little bit of light on his eye here. A bit of a shine on his eye, that's it. And also a little bit another shine here on this other eye. There we are. The nose needs also to get a little bit less dark. Tiny bit more, tiny bit less dark, a tiny bit less dark here. And also here. And bring the eyelid up here. The eyelid here. There we are. And the eyebrow could wrap around here a bit more. Yes, that's it. Wrapping around there a bit more. And oh, charcoal dropped. And a little bit more highlight here. Now, the way to make the head round basically is just to highlight that a little bit more. The other side, the end, this part of his head here. Look, artificially I'm raising up that light. It's not as light as that, nowhere near as light. But I think this is a good solution to make the head look more rounded. And this part of the head, that line disappears. Just move that line, get it off. No need. The eye connects those lines. There is no need to make a line as such. And also right around here, I could bring that head here. That's it. Oh, charcoal again. Where's the charcoal? Okay, new one. Just wanted to make, I don't want to give him hair, I just want to connect the head with the background. And also make a little bit more of a sophisticated shadow. That's it. And maybe lose that altogether as well. Maybe lose that line a bit more. Here. A bit more light here. And also, why not? I could darken that as well. The background here. A bit more background dark, yes. That makes him shine better. Shine, I mean, what's the word? The beard. That's what I mean. Shine, not shine really, but make the beard a bit brighter. Obviously, he's grey beard. It's a tonal value actually. That's quite light. It's almost as light as his skin tone. As a tonal value. Softer, rounder, chubby cheek, happy. These all describe this pose of his. And more rounded here. Hopefully you will see that, you will say that yes, the demo will go tomorrow, okay. Hopefully you will say that. That's where I'm taking it from. So, hopefully you will approve of the likeness. Otherwise, not good news. Okay, let's highlight here. Shirt. And his jacket is very, very dark, obviously. Very dark jacket. I don't want to play with that notion a lot because it's something which is far away from the portrait anyway. But it creates a nice contrast. That's the only thing I want to play around with the jacket, is the contrast really. So you need something dark here. Like the ear needs to go darker. A tiny touch there, a tiny touch here, which breaks that. And softer here. Actually, I can do it with the putty wrapper here. That line is very, very strong, so there's some hair coming through. Let's make that a little bit more sensible. Bit more hair. through. And also there, a bit more light here, a bit more light. Sharpening up a little bit more. And losing this line here, look. That's deliberate. And emphasizing his forehead a bit more. And connecting these two. Here we are. And highlighting a little bit more the white of his eyes. Just for contrast. Sometimes exaggerate, although it might not be as bright as that, but just to exaggerate, to make a point, to make it more for you than against you. In this case, he's got that white of the eye really bulging out here. As I said, it's because of photography, but it is there. So sometimes it's good to do what we see, sometimes it's good to do our own thing, and because it's a portrait, I think it's better to give him that look that he's got today, or in this picture actually. There we are. All right, and a little bit of light here, and maybe a bit more wider here. There. And highlighting the forehead a bit more. Bringing that manliness of his forehead, which it protrudes outside a bit more. And less light here. Although I said I want it very, very bright, but I can come back and do it here. And that light underneath. Okay. I think I'm ready to leave it now. I think it's the time to leave it and go somewhere else. Do something else. Okay, everyone. See you on the next one.